Y'all, this one's a little bit of advice to protesters, and I know that is often met with a lot of hostility. It's like, hey, don't tell me how to express myself, and fine, valid to not want to be told, but it's just advice. You can discount it. There's a difference between what's right and what's just and how things are going to be perceived. Little bit of backstory. During the height of the Black Lives Matter uprising protests during the COVID era, 2020, 2021. I was at a protest by Union Square, and I saw a bunch of protesters, like maybe like two or three guys in particular, but then they got some help from it, like setting a cop car on fire. I At least 50 to 70 people that were right there were totally not cool with that. But then what gets perceived right afterwards? Oh, protesters set cop car on fire. Any normie, 95% of the people in this country who are going to see that, then on the news or the New York Post or whatever, are then going to turn hostile against the protesters and are going to become on the cop side and like be against Black Lives Matter. That's how it's working right now in LA, and I'm worried soon in New York. Because like there are normies, not to call my parents, but people like my parents, you know what I mean, who are gonna see what's going on in LA right now and be like, "Oof, good thing Trump sent in the officials because they're gonna burn the city to the ground." And it's like, again, some fucking white YouTuber gonna talk to you about how to protest, you're not gonna care. But yo, if you are not on your best behavior and you're not acting in a way that the average normie is going to consider civil and acceptable, you're going to undermine the whole movement. You're going to justify in their mind the crackdown. All protests ever are about public opinion. Anytime you're going to have people out in the street, it's really not about that event, but it's about how that event is perceived. It's on us as the left, it's on us as progressives, it's on us who are the ones fighting for like human rights and shit to be exemplifying all the time what it means to be a good, decent human being. And that means no violence. And so I'm very concerned. So first of all, what should be the reaction of everybody to what's going on in LA should be, holy shit, we're actually like at the risk of descending into fascism right now. This is OD. People are just trying to protest about defending their neighbors and community members, and the government's meeting that with violence. That should be the reaction. However, that is not how most people are gonna look at this, y'all. So yeah, just we gotta step up our game. You gotta hold other people at these events accountable. You gotta say, hey, yo, even if you're like right to be angry and you want to graffiti on this cop car or you want to throw this brick, I get it. I want to throw the brick deep down too, but we can't throw the brick because throwing the brick is going to undermine the message. And we're obviously on like the ethical, moral side of this, but we're going to turn people against us. Full solidarity with like 99% of the protesters who are obviously doing the right thing. Shout out those going to 26 Federal Plaza in New York to try to block these. Oh, by the way, what I'm saying does not apply to blocking ICE activity. Like block the shit out of ICE activity, of course. But you gotta be doing so in as respectful and law-abiding a manner as possible. Peace.